All right, guys, so let's get into this. This is a three-part episode on purchasing property and selling property. There's documents that most sellers will not have, you guys. They're just not going to have it. It doesn't mean you have to pass on the opportunity. That once you confirm it's a real property, it's a real seller, and the documents are actually genuine and real, and you can verify that literally within minutes. That's what we're going to discuss in this three-part. We're going to break down how to check title to make sure that when you're buying, the owner is the true owner, because there are some fake title scams out there that we need to be aware of, especially as foreigners. All right, so let's get into starting with verifying the seller. Okay, let's just assume we're buying and want to verify the seller, that the property was titled to this person and we're dealing with the right person. Even if your broker or legal advisor is handling it, it's really good for you to know. It's quick, it's easy, and it's free, basically. So I'm going to start with a clean slate here, a new tab. I'm going to enter this URL, and I'll put that on the screen in larger print. That's the Land Registration Authority, the LRA site. And I'm going to go into this, and as you're going to see, they will offer a newsletter first. Now, if you haven't already registered with this, I always get the newsletter, especially if you're buying, selling, or leasing. It's good to keep up to date because things do change. So I'm going to exit for now. And whether you're a new user or a returning user, click Login. And then if you're a new user, you can see I'm returning my username, my password. If you're a new user, click on Register, and you'll just go through the normal protocols, emails. Don't worry about a mobile number. I believe you do not need to have a local Philippines number. If you can put one in there, fine, but I don't think you need one. But you do need an email, definitely. And delivery address, don't worry too much about that. You can use whatever address you have on hand. And then what you're going to do down here is, let's just assume you've done all that. You register, you'll be sent an email. It'll give you your username and your temporary password, which of course it'll ask you to change that at a later time. So I'm going to X off of here, and let's just go in. Let's assume you got everything, your password and your username now. Just click Login, enter it here as I've done, and then you're going to click your CAPTCHA, and then you're going to log in. So here's where you're going to see it's going to send an OTP either to your email or your phone or both. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and check my email for the OTP, which is right here. And you can see they come pretty quick. And it is right down here. Don't confuse your OTP with your reference number. And that's a little confusing at first. So your OTP is going to be the last number here. So in this case, it's 263305. I'm just going to make a quick copy of that and paste it in there. And make sure the period didn't copy, so you just have that. Click Submit. And it's going to give you all these options. I won't go through the obvious ones. Contact us is contact information. Terms and conditions is, the blah, 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 read on, read on. Payment options is pretty interesting because, it tells you how you can pay. So there's different ways to pay: GCash, Visa, debit, credit card, Maya, land bank holders. If you have a holder of a land bank account, you can just do bank transfers to pay. This is a typical fee where I ordered a CTC, and the total amount for 4 pages is 721 pesos. So that's kind of get an idea of what the fees are. I'm going to go ahead and close. And now what we're going to do is we're going to want to verify the owner. Okay, let's assume we're buying right now. You want to verify the owner's name. Is it in that person? Is it in that person's name? Are you dealing with a valid piece of property? So those are two things you want to verify: whether the property is valid and it's listed in LRA's web portal, which you yourself can find out for free, and if the person that owns it is the person that you're dealing with, or that your realtor or your representative is dealing with. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Request for Certified True Copy. That's the only place you need to click to do that sort of a verification. And it'll give you several different options, okay? This stuff is all graded and already filled in because you've already entered it. So don't worry about that. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this one I have in there just so we can start fresh, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to input the information that we have. So you're going to want first the transfer certificate of title number, and it usually starts with a T. As you can see the document up there, this one is T-282550. So that is where the number is, and then you'll also see the Registry of Deeds for the province of Negros Occidental. Now, on this page, you're going to start with Add Title. Okay, that's the only other place to go to research it. and you're going to have a drop down here because I previously used this. Hang on, let me get this out of here. Okay, let's try that again. All right, there we go. So you're going to have a drop down, and it's going to give you this. Okay, it's going to give you a lot of different Registry of Deed district offices of where it was processed. Look on there, you'll see right there transfer certificate of title. Right underneath there is the title number, starts with a T, and right above that is the Registry of Deeds for the province of Negros Occidental. Go into the blank Registry of Deeds search field and just type in province of Negros, and you'll see there it is right there, Occidental. Click on that. Title type is important. There's only 3 different ones. If you're looking up a condominium certificate, it's CCT, condominium certificate of title, or if you want to get the original certificate of title, that's the OCT. Now keep in mind, the digital copy will not be the original. That is proof that there is an original on file. Okay, that's all that is. So really what you want to start with is the TCT, the Transfer Certificate of Title, just what you see there up on the screen. Click that. Title number, you have to include the T. And you'll see that's right there, T-282550. So you're going to enter that, and then number of copies, I just choose 1, of course, and that's how that should look. Okay, and then you click Save. Always click Save, and it'll search to see if this document is valid. And there it is. This is the first good sign that this is a valid document that you have. This is the one you have up on the screen and I'm holding in my hand. This is an actual document. I have the original. So if you're a buyer, try to make sure that your seller has the original. They may not, and that's okay, because you can always order it online and have the original delivered to your delivery address, okay? Or first just get the copy to make sure it matches the copy that the seller is giving you. Okay, so that's how that works there. And then once you get to that point, now I want to show you down here on the screen itself. This is what you're going to see. Okay, Province of Negros Occidental, TCT, that title number matches the one on your document or the one that the seller faxed you or messengered you or emailed you somehow, or gave you the link. So that's the price. 721 pesos is what I will have to pay to get an informational copy directly from the Registry of Deeds, okay? Now, it says view, but you can't view the document because they don't want you to get it for free, right? So, but if you click on view, you're gonna see that it's gonna break down the costs, okay? Why is it 721 pesos? This is why. This is the documents, all the fees, blah, 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 you know. That goes on and on. So, if you can edit it and re-enter a different one, or you can delete it. But look, just getting to this step and seeing that it is on record, if you want to spend the 721.35 pesos, you can, okay? You can. However, for me, this is enough proof initially, you know, in summary, cursory, that, okay, this does exist, this is right. How do I know this is real? How do I know this TCT is real? They could be doing a fake one possibly and still look up and make sure that the number matches. That's why if you're serious about whichever property you're looking at, the next step is to spend the 721 pesos. Okay, you guys, because that's important. Then you can compare side to side what they gave you and what you pulled from the portal, the LRA portal. If you confirm that those match, you're off to the races. Okay. Look who I found over here. Hi, girls. How are you?
We're doing good.
Good.
We're good. Yes.
Everybody's good?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just to see a couple of smiling faces in the video to break up the paperwork part of it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys. I know you had a special event here today with Jollibee, huh?
Yeah.
Like 300 people?
Jollibee bidang saya.
What does that mean? All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I don't want to get you in trouble, so, okay. Goodbye, you guys. I don't want to hear about an e-car, or I don't want to hear about they have the original this, original that. Look, that's a starting point to know that the person on this document matches who the person is you're dealing with, or who your realtor is dealing with, or your attorney, or your consultancy agency, because that's how they're going to do it, all right? They're just going to ask you to pay the fees, obviously. So, but That's your starting point, and you can just do that and stop there and bring that to your advisor and say, hey, look, I looked it up, I like this property, I want to spend a little bit more time on it and dig into it. Is it clean title? They're advertising clean title. Is it clean? Is it mother title? Which we're going to go into that too, because there's a lot of great opportunities out there for mother title. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next step. All right, guys, we're going to continue the video instructions here at Park Inn in Bacolod. We had to move the location from the home studio to here. So anyway, we're going to continue on, and the next step, as I was saying, was to get the certified true copy of the original certificate of title, okay, the OCT. While you're in the screen right here, we're going to assume that you've cleared this out. You don't have any other titles in here. If you do, you can go ahead and you can click the delete and take it out. So try and start with a clean slate. Click add title. And once again, we're going to try to figure out what the area is of Registry of Deeds, the district. So you have it there on the screen, and I'm holding it as well, okay? This is a different property now that we're going to use as an example. So on here, as you can see on your screen, it'll say the Land Registration Authority of Quezon City. So Quezon City is probably going to be the one you're going to want to put in here. I'm just going to start typing it in, and it's probably going to come up pretty quick. So yeah, there it is right there. So click on Quezon City, and then the type we're going to do is, let's first check the TCT on this one. This is one we haven't checked yet. So let's check the TCT, see if this one, as you see on your screen, actually will match the one that the potential seller is showing us. Okay. So the title number, again, starts with a T, and you must include the T and the dash. This particular one is 29394. And then number of copies, we're just going to do one, and click save, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it says it's currently not in our database. Let's close it out. Now, this is where you need to try it several different times. So let's go ahead and try this now with a different district, because I think that could be the problem. As you look at the document on your screen, it does say Land Registration Authority, Quezon City. However, under that it says Registry of Deeds for the Bago City. It's stamped in there, Bago City. So let's try it again under Bago City, and there we go. I already entered it. And let's go ahead and just try the TCT, because that's the first one you always want to try to do. We're going to enter the title number here, which is T29394. And then we're just going to try for one copy, and let's see what happens here. Click save, give it a little bit of time to process. Okay, and it looks like it's going to process, you guys, and it did. So now we know that this one I'm holding, okay, does exist, and the one you see on the screen is the same. It does exist. So if the seller gave you a photocopy of this one, because they're not going to give you the original, you guys, you know what I mean, until the deal is going through and it's finally processing after the payment's been made, but you have a photocopy, and that's fine, okay? Now you can view it here. It is registered with the ROD, the Registry of Deeds, but it's in Bago City. It's the district in Bago City, which is fine. Again, here's 721 pesos. If you want to get an informational digital copy, you can, all right? And again, you click view. It doesn't really show you the document, obviously, because you haven't paid for it yet. So when you do order it, it will go to your physical address that is up here that you have already stored in your account. Now, so what we want to do now, let's try and see if we can get an original certificate of title. Okay, let's see if we can get an OCT. Again, I like to clear this out, which I'll delete it because we haven't purchased it, and we can always add it back in now that we know what to type in. All right, so let's go ahead and let's try to get an OCT on this property. That is step 2. That's the next thing you want to do. The TCT is extremely valid, and that's really, really important, but let's just see if an OCT exists. We're going to use Bago City again, okay, and we're going to click on Original Certificate of Title, OCT, and we're going to use the same title number with the dash, because again, it is the same number, okay, 29394, and we're going to ask for one copy. We're going to click Save. Okay, so the ROD, they don't have the certified true copy available in an informational digital copy. So, not a problem. You just have to go down to the ROD district, or your representative will do it, whether you use GRC or your attorney or whoever you use. So that concludes this portal of the Land Registry Authority. Those are the two things you can do, plus the condo one. You can confirm the condo one as well. And that should get you to the first and most important step. All right, you guys, so that concludes part 1 of 3. The next episode, we'll go into more of the purchase contract, because now that you've confirmed the buyer's real and all of that, we'll go into the purchase contract, how it's written up, the templates for it, which will be available to you online as well. Anyway, we'll see you then. Thanks a lot for watching. Who's driving?
What the?